Turki Al-Sheikh has officially lit the fuse on what he's calling the fight of the century, a massive showdown between Canelo Alvarez and Terence "Bud" Crawford, set to take place on September 12th at the impressive Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. The announcement came with all the fanfare you'd expect, but boxing fans are already debating whether it lives up to that lofty title. Let's be real here, fight of the century might be a stretch. Sure, it's a compelling matchup featuring two of the most accomplished fighters of their generation, but it's not exactly Ali Frazier or Mayweather-Pacquiao levels of anticipation. Most fans are calling it what it really is, a big fight for September, not the century-defining spectacle Turki is trying to make it out to be. Still, there's no denying the magnitude of the event. Two pound-for-pound greats from different weight classes stepping into the ring is always worth watching. The announcement came on the heels of Canelo's latest win, a gritty 12-round unanimous decision over IBF super middleweight title holder William Skull. While the fight itself wasn't a barn-burner, it served an important purpose. It added another belt to Canelo's already packed trophy case, and more importantly, it re-established him as the undisputed king at 168 pounds. That status gives the Crawford fight a much-needed narrative edge. Canelo, already an undisputed champ in the super middleweight division, is now stepping in against Crawford, a fighter who's conquered two divisions as undisputed champ himself, 140 and 147. From a promotional standpoint, it's perfect. Two kings, one ring. But from a fan perspective, there's still skepticism about whether Crawford, despite his accolades, is the fight people truly wanted for Canelo at this stage. What really got people talking, though, wasn't just the announcement. It was the unexpected size comparison when Crawford entered the ring. After being out of action for 9 months since his razor-close win over Israil Madrimov at 154 pounds, Crawford looked noticeably bigger, heavier, thicker, and even broader than Canelo in some angles. And that's saying something considering Canelo was reportedly in the 180-pound range when he faced Skull. Crawford has clearly been bulking up, likely preparing his body for the added weight at 168, and maybe even higher come fight night. But while adding size might help him absorb punches, the big question remains, can he maintain his speed, timing, and signature footwork with the extra mass? Looking bigger on camera is one thing, fighting efficiently against a natural super middleweight like Canelo is something else entirely. Inside the ring, Turki wasted no time making things official. As the crowd buzzed from Canelo's win, he stepped up to the mic and declared, "We want to do the fight of the century." This fight in September is between two great fighters of our generation, Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. The timing was perfect for a dramatic reveal, and the setting inside Allegiant Stadium promises to add a layer of spectacle to the fight. But even with the best stage and production value, not everyone is convinced this is the matchup they wanted. Among hardcore fans, Crawford's skills are widely respected. His defensive prowess, precise counters, and ability to adapt mid-fight are elite. But when it comes to star power and crowd appeal, he's not exactly a knockout artist in the entertainment sense. His technical style, hit and don't get hit, isn't always a fan favorite among the casuals. Many fans want wars, not chess matches. That's where some of the disconnect lies. Then there's the elephant in the room, the potential pay-per-view cost. Turki left that part out of his grand announcement, but boxing fans haven't forgotten past experiences. The Canelo vs. Skull fight was already a $60 pay-per-view event on DAZN, and this new mega fight is almost guaranteed to be priced higher, possibly $80, maybe even hitting the dreaded $100 mark. If that happens, there's going to be a wave of backlash, especially if fans start comparing it to the overpriced, underwhelming Mayweather-Pacquiao bout that still leaves a bad taste. While the matchup is exciting on paper, many are questioning whether it will deliver enough action to justify such a steep price tag. After all, this isn't Canelo versus David Benavidez, the undefeated, younger, heavy-hitting challenger that many fans have been demanding for years. That fight has real heat, real rivalry. Crawford, for all his accolades, feels like a detour. That said, the stakes for this bout are undeniably high, both inside and outside the ring. Canelo is carrying the weight of his legacy into this fight. He's a man who has fought across multiple divisions, taken on giants, and never backed down from a challenge. He's been the face of boxing for over a decade, and now at 33, every move he makes is under the microscope. Beating Crawford, a fellow undisputed champion, would be another major feather in his cap and a bold response to critics who say he's ducking the tougher matchups like Benavidez. It's not just about money or belts anymore for Canelo. It's about pride, legacy, and proving he's still the guy at the top of the food chain. As for Crawford, this fight is a massive opportunity to add yet another historic milestone to his already impressive resume. Becoming undisputed in a third weight class, especially by taking down someone as decorated and dangerous as Canelo, would be unheard of in this era. It would cement his place among the all-time greats and silence any lingering doubts about the quality of his opposition over the years. But with that opportunity comes enormous risk. Crawford is stepping up 2 full weight classes, facing a naturally bigger, stronger fighter with a granite chin and vicious body shots. One slip-up, one mistimed exchange, and the consequences could be brutal. He's betting on his technique, ring IQ, and timing to carry him, but that margin for error is razor-thin. Still, the promotion machine is already churning, and Turki Al-Sheikh knows exactly what he's doing. As the chairman of Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority, he's been flexing serious muscle in the combat sports world, booking huge events left and right, and reshaping how and where the biggest fights take place. But this one's different. It's going down in Vegas, the fight capital of the world, under the brightest lights, on Mexican Independence Day weekend. That's Canelo's turf, his moment, and no matter how hard Turkey pushes the narrative, the spotlight will belong to the Mexican superstar. The energy in that stadium will be electric, and for Crawford, it's going to feel like walking into the lion's den. From a stylistic perspective, this fight is fascinating. Canelo is methodical, efficient, and punishing when he lets his hands go. He's a master of cutting off the ring and attacking the body with surgical precision. Crawford, on the other hand, is a switch hitter who thrives on creating angles, reading opponents, and making subtle adjustments. He's like a chess player who can also throw knockout punches when the moment calls for it. This isn't going to be a brawl. It's going to be a high-level tactical battle, where both men are trying to outthink and outmaneuver the other. Fans who appreciate technical brilliance will be locked in, but those craving chaos and blood might need to temper their expectations. Of course, there's also the looming shadow of David Benavidez hanging over all of this. For months, years even, fans have been calling for a showdown between Canelo and the undefeated power puncher who's been bulldozing everyone in his path. That's the fight that has real tension, real animosity, and the kind of fireworks people expect from a big-money main event. Many believe Canelo has avoided Benavidez, perhaps seeing him as too risky, too dangerous, or too little reward compared to someone like Crawford, whose name carries weight, but whose threat at 168 is still a question mark. So while Canelo versus Crawford is going to dominate headlines in the months ahead, there's still a vocal group of fans who feel this fight, no matter how polished the promotion, isn't the one they asked for.